Hi everyone, Letty here from Party Planner Papery. Today I have the newest releases from the Not Too Shabby shop. I am going to make some easy sympathy cards today with you. So welcome back everyone. I'm on the design team for the Not Too Shabby shop, and I have the box of the month for the month of April, all from the Not Too Shabby shop. I do have an affiliate link. I'll link down below for you in case you want to make a purchase. I appreciate when you use my links. So the box of the month comes with 2 paper pads, 2 ephemera packs, 3 stamp sets, and Jamie does throw in some freebies. So we get some freebie enamel dots and a lollipop as well. So these are the items that come. Let me do a quick unboxing. So this first paper pad is called Succa Lent, and it's 12 designs, 6x6 paper. You have 24 double-sided sheets. It's really pretty. There are lots of fun greens and peaches and browns and pinks in this collection. It's with succulents and cactus or cacti. Really cute. There is a coordinating ephemera pack that goes with that paper pad, also called Succa Lent. So here's a still shot of everything that comes in that pack. Really pretty, fun, floral, succulent, cactus images, real fun. And then the second one is called Cup of Flowers, 12 designs, 6x6. It's 24 double-sided sheets. I like the really bright spring colors on this one. You've got some greens and purples and pinks and like aqua colors. Really, really fun. So Cup of Flowers, again, 24 double-sided sheets. And you do have, again, a coordinating ephemera pack that coordinates with this paper pad, also called Cup of Flowers. Here is a still shot of everything that comes in that ephemera pack. So really fun. Pinks and blues. You've got lots of garden images on that one as well. You do get 3 stamp sets with the box of the month. This one is called Stick With Me, and it's so super fun. You've got some cute images, a couple of great sentiments, some little decor pieces as well, elements. Really fun. You've got several different sentiments on this one. Real fun. I just so super fun, I think. And then again, Stick With Me is that stamp set. And then you have another stamp set called Succa for Plants. So really fun. Again, they're playing off of the succulents on this one. Lots of fun sentiments, some images, heart you can put inside the pots. Really cute. So Succa for Plants on that one. And then the last stamp set is called Hang In There. And this is another one. This one has sort of a play on the hanging plant theme. You've got some fun sentiments that coordinate with that as well, including that fun like little heart that you can again put on your plants. So again, this was the April box of the month from the Not Too Shabby shop. Let's go ahead and dive into today's project. So for today, I'm going to be using the items. Today, we're going to make some easy sympathy cards today. I like that little sentiment, the sorry things kind of suck right now sentiment. That would work for some sympathy cards. I added some scraps on the insides of my cards. I've done a few off camera, and I will do 2 on camera with you today. I'll show you how to cut your paper down so you have minimal scraps. We're basically going to use 1 sheet of paper to make 1 card. I'm going to mix and match 2 patterns. You see here, I did have one design where I added an extra sheet of or piece of cardstock mat. I'll give you the dimension for that at the very end when I do a full recap at the very end. So I have all of my items today. And again, you could use 1 sheet of paper to make 1 card, but I'm going to use 2 to mix and match my patterns. These are double-sided, so you've got 2 options with each paper. I'm also going to bring in 2 A2 card bases because again, I'm making 2 cards. I have 2 stamp sentiments from one of the stamp sets from the kit this month. And then I have some ephemera pieces as well as some stamped and colored images. So I have brought in both sides, the stamp sets and the ephemera packs into this. Now, Jamie usually throws in these freebie enamel dots. This was one from a previous month, so I am bringing in a little set of these pink ones, and I'll use them for my cards today as well. So let's go ahead and cut down this paper. I'm going to show you how to cut it down. Again, I'm going to use 2 sheets to make 2 cards, but these are double-sided, so you technically could flip the paper around and use 1. We are going to put the top at the very top, and we're going to cut our paper down to 5 1/4. So what we'll do is we'll cut off that little strip on the side, and then we'll cut it down to 4 inches and 2 inches. But then put the 2-inch strip right over the front. The scrap on the side will go on the inside of our card. Let's go ahead and cut down our paper. So put, again, the top to the top, and then cut it down at 5 1/4. You're going to have this little scrap strip. Save that because we will be using that for the inside of our card. Then what you'll do is rotate your paper 1 time, either direction, and then cut it at 4 inches. And so you've got a 4-inch piece and a 2-inch piece. And so you basically will put that 2-inch piece right over your 4-inch piece. But because these 2 patterns are a little too similar, that's why I'm bringing in a 2nd sheet of paper, and I'm going to mix and match my patterns. So I cut down that extra strip, cut it down to 4 and 2 inches, and now I'm going to just flip flop my patterns just like this, and I'm gonna have 2 card designs with these 2 sheets of paper. Now I'm sort of auditioning which sides I like better, and after I flip it around to the side with the color, I really like that side with the color. So you see here, I'm just sort of auditioning it, kind of seeing what it would look like. I like the purple, and I feel like purples are in right now. I'm really gravitating towards purples, but I'm just really gravitating also towards all these colors. These are so pretty. So that's what I'm going to end up using. I'm going to take one of these card bases. I'm going to add my large mat. Then I'm going to go ahead and lay this 2-inch strip right on top of it, just like this, right over the center. I'm going to add my sentiment right here, my little sympathy sentiment. I'm going to add some pieces of either ephemera or stamped images, and then I'll finish them off with these scrap strips on the insides of my cards. Now these are 6 inches, so I'm going to take my paper trimmer and cut it down to 5 1/4, and you'll have just a couple of little squares of scraps. You could technically save these and make little banners and add them to the insides of your cards or on the fronts of your cards, but I'm going to go ahead and just put them aside for now. I'm going to go ahead and mass assemble these. I'm going to start by adding adhesive to the backs of my mats. I'm going to start with just 1 card at a time though. So I started with my larger mat, then I went ahead and glued on the small strip right on top of it. I'm going to do the same exact process with the second card, starting with the larger mat and then adding the smaller strip as well. That's going to go over the center of the larger one, right on the front of the card. So just like this, I'm mixing and matching my patterns. So easy. So then the next step is I'm going to take these little scraps. Since I have this ready to go, I'm going to add my adhesive and glue them to the insides of my cards straight away. So that finishes off the inside of my cards. If you wanted to add a sentiment to the inside of your card, now would be the perfect time to add it as well before you finish all your decorations on the front. So then I'm going to take my wet glue and I'm going to go ahead and glue down those pieces of ephemera and the sentiments to the fronts of my cards. You could really use any type of adhesive to glue these down. I am using wet glue because I find it's just easier to kind of get around some of the curves of the ephemera pieces and the curves of my stamped sentiment. So here is my first card. Now you notice I did pop up the larger image, the ephemera piece, with foam dimensional tape. That is the one that I get from Dollar Tree. And then I just add a little bit of wet glue just to make sure that it has a really great stick. So I'm going to do the same thing on the second one. And the images on this second card are ones that I stamped and I colored with alcohol markers. That's what I love about the stamps, is you can really kind of use any kind of color palette or variation. I'm going to go ahead and add in my enamel dots. Now you see here, these strips come with large, medium, and small enamel dots. I'm going to start with a cluster of 3 total. And that's usually what kind of looks pleasing to my eye, is a set of 3. And I personally like a large, 1 medium, and 1 small combination. Now, as I go through, I kind of notice that I kind of want maybe just a little bit extra. So then I'm going to bump it up to a set of 5, a cluster of 3, and a little set of 2. Odd numbers tend to look best when you're using decorations. And then on the second card, I'm just going to go ahead and keep it to simple with 3 enamel dots. So let's move into our final recap. So to recap, we had the April box of the month from the Not Too Shabby shop. This is for April 2024. It comes with 2 paper pads, 2 ephemera packs, 3 stamp sets that are 4x6, and then some additional enamel dots and a lollipop as a freebie from Jamie. I made some easy sympathy cards today. I made 2 cards from 2 sheets of 6x6 paper with minimal scraps. You see here the 2 little pieces of scraps that I had left over. I did add some enamel dots as well as some ephemera pieces that I popped up, as well as some that I glued down. And then on the second card, I also did use some stamped images. I added some scraps onto the insides of the cards. And so you see here, I did a cluster of 5 enamel dots on this one, where I only did 3 on the first one. Again, popped up my stamped image with foam dimensional tape and added a scrap on the inside of my card. So those were the first 2 cards that we just made together. Here are the remaining cards that I did off camera. So I really like the look of this general basic layout. I think it's perfect for a little sympathy card. If you wanted to add in this extra cardstock mat, it's 5 1/4 by 2 1/4. You could layer it right behind. You could also just add a piece of scrap strip cardstock to the top and the bottom of your 2-inch piece of matted paper. So again, today was an easy sympathy card. I made several overall, and we used the April box of the month from the Not Too Shabby shop. I do have my affiliate link. I'll list it down below, and you can check out the hashtag N2S April 24 to get more inspiration from the design team this month using all of the items that were the new releases from Not Too Shabby. Today we used the box of the month, but Jamie also has the Paper Pad Club, the add-on ephemera pack, as well as the stamp and die set of the month. I hope you got a little bit of inspiration, everyone. Happy crafting!